We ended this week big. WWE Games dropped another WWE 2K22 trailer. So you know what time it is. It is time to round up all of that WWE 2K22 news, alongside some of the things that we might have missed. And updates. Make sure to have those notifications turned on to always be up to date, and let's get right into it. And let's start off with a roster update, as we got some brand new ratings and of course a couple of extra superstars being confirmed for the game following the recent trailer. We got 2 roster ratings revealed over the weekend, and that was Alexa Bliss at an 84 and former WWE champion Big E with an 87 overall. Alexa Bliss at an 84 is understandable, especially because she has been out of action, and over the last year and a half she didn't necessarily wrestle a lot as she was part of the Bray Wyatt gimmick. But for Big E at an 87, I was a bit surprised. He had an incredible year and a half, winning the Intercontinental Championship a couple of times, getting a big WrestleMania moment, winning the Money in the Bank successfully, cashing it in, and winning the WWE Championship from Bobby Lashley. Even though his title run was a bit short, I did feel that he was at least going to be an 89. Let me know what you guys think. 2K also dropped another video of Roman Reigns revealing his overall once again. It remains to be 95, but the difference here was that Roman Reigns was with Paul Heyman, since they're back together after the Royal Rumble, and Paul Heyman basically indicated that Roman Reigns got the highest overall in the whole game, which is not really a surprise, but it is a nice confirmation. Now with the new trailer, which we ended up breaking down yesterday, and we're gonna dive into it even more today, we did get to see a lot of new superstars that we have not seen in previous trailers. So we got some extra confirmations, and those are Charlotte Flair, Damian Priest, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and Humberto Carrillo. I'm really hoping that we get that full roster reveal very soon, especially because when you look at the crowd during these trailers, even the last one features t-shirts of superstars that has been released, such as recently released superstars Isaiah Swerve, Tegan Knox, and Nia Jax, and those are just some. So the question remains if these type of superstars will make it into the game, as there are still things that hint at it. Now the last trailer was heavily focused on showing expressions in those superstars models very closed in. Personally, I love how a lot of superstars ended up looking. Charlotte's facial expression was probably the one that caught my attention the most, and it wasn't in a good way. It kind of felt like she just looked extremely different, as if it was hard for her model to get it spot on compared to other superstar who looks absolutely phenomenal, like Big E, Roman Reigns, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and so on. The other thing that a lot of people noticed was the fact that Sami Zayn was outdated, as now he has much more longer hair. With them being able to give us somebody like Brock Lesnar fully up to date, I'm hoping that the same thing goes for other superstars, and those type of little things get updated. In the screenshot shared on social media, we get to see Carmella doing her entrance, and if you zoom in closely towards the ring, looks like we almost got another confirmation, as it looks like it is Nikki almost a superhero. And let's get into some extra juicy stuff in regards to the backstage. That was a big focus of the last trailer, and based on what we've seen so far, it looks like we are getting a brand new backstage area or areas, which is a change, or I should say an update, that we have not seen since 2K18. In 2K20 we did have some extra backstage area, but the main one was not really updated from the previous games. This time around it looks like that is the case, with a lot of people even speculating that maybe we could visit at different levels of it, very similar to Here Comes the Pain, if that does turn out to be the case. In a couple of the spots you could kind of see that Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley are fighting it out on level 1. There's an elevator there, kind of makes you wonder if you could actually take it to go into another level, whether that could be the parking lot, the boiler room, and so on. It would be really cool if that was the case. Of course though, we don't know, and there's a big chance that there might just be one single floor. This whole level 1 is just the only backstage area that we get, which again might not be that bad because at least it's updated, looks different from previous years. I'm already expecting us to get brand new OMG moments and just crazy spots that we're able to climb to fight it off and dive towards our opponents. In this backstage clips, we also get to see brand new weapon, as Bobby Lashley is using using a hockey stick, which likely has the same animation of a candlestick or a bat. And I am glad that they are giving us a different weapon skins because that was pretty cool in 2K20. 2K20 had a great amount of variations for it, all of which you were able to customize in whichever match it is that you wanted. And that always adds something extra. And last but not least, we are talking about a classic match type that of course all of us wants to see back in WWE games. And that is special referee matches. I kind of feel like people are getting too excited for this. Obviously, I want the match type to be in it. At the same time, this is not Angelo Dawkins. This is not a special guest referee match. Following the release of the trailer, a lot of people was asking about this, so I figured we'll talk about it. We saw Angelo Dawkins on the previous trailer already, and compared to this referee, it's kind of obvious that that is not him. The one thing that this does tell us is the fact that we are going to be getting brand new referee models, which is absolutely great. It has been far too long since we have gotten anything new in regards to referees. Would be pretty cool if they added a woman in there as well, again to keep people even more up to date to what we get to see on TV. As for the special referee matchup itself, there is no confirmation as of right now whether or not we are getting it. I'm hoping that we get a match types reveal very soon because that is something that a lot of people are waiting for. And obviously some of the classic ones like the I Quit Inferno match and specifically this one, special referee match, were the ones heavily requested in the WWE 2K feedback project. So a bit disappointing that we don't have that confirmation yet, but I wanted to clarify it for you guys in case you were confused about it. So that is all the latest news and updates for WWE 2K22. Of course, to continue being up to date, make sure you have those notifications turned on. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one.